Hey friends, last day today. So, what are we doing today? Just like we were doing all week, we're trying to find ideas, games, websites, apps, things for you to do over the summer related to music. Okay? So basically, we're just planting seeds, trying to give you some good ideas. But first, if you remember where we left off, Miss Frizzle and the class we're going on a field trip to help Carlos fix the sounds that he needs for his instrument. And they were going to walk into a scary house because they heard some neat sounds in there. We asked the question, would you walk into that scary house with Carlos or would you not? Let's see what Miss Frizzle and the class does first.
Come on!
How nice! Shall we?
Must we? It's stuck! What do we do now?
We say hello! Well, that sounds friendly enough.
What a place!
We've got a phone for help. Oh, good. Here's a phone book.
What was that?
That was a tantalizing tintinabulation.
No, don't!
Oh, foghorn! One of my favorites. Such a big, deep sound.
Maybe one of these books was making the sound I heard. That's it. I don't need to know how this turns out. I'm out of here. What kind of place is this?
I wonder who lives here.
Lived here, Keisha. Professor Cornelia C. Contralto, eccentric and collector of sounds, born 1807, disappeared 1892.
How do you know that, Miss Frizzle?
Because after she vanished, they turned her house, this house, into the Sound Museum.
This is the Sound Museum? I knew it. We missed the rehearsal.
Where is everyone?
Gone for the night, Tim. Which means we have the whole place to ourselves.
Oh, boy!
Oh, boy.
Professor Contralto devoted her entire life to sound.
Huh? What happened to her?
No one knows.
I'll bet you anything she's a ghost wandering around this house, seeking the perfect sound. Seeking the perfect sound, just like me.
Well, Carlos, you'll have plenty of time to find it. We're spending the night.
The night.
Would you spend the night in a scary house like that? So we know that they're in a house that's a library of sounds. Did you hear every time that they opened up a book there was a new sound? Okay, let's see how that helps Carlos. But first, I wanted to show you this app. And this app is right on my phone. And this app is called Chet. And I'll just show you what the picture looks like. Okay. Do you see that little, that's my Sophie right there. Do you see that little green piano right there? And I know this is backwards, but that says Chet. So when I open Chet up, I get a map, okay? And on that map, it gives me a keyboard. And on this keyboard, it's going to give me a tone, and then it wants me to play the tone back. So I'll show you just small like this, and then I'll zoom up so you can see it. So they played bum bum bum. So I have to play. Then I play bum bum bum. And so when it starts with 2 keys, and that's all you have to know. And right now, if you remember, the doghouse and the cat, the dog's best friends, we were playing C and D. And we did it. We passed that round. And then they'll add patterns that are a little more difficult. And then they might add more notes. The E, the F, the G, the A, the B, the C. And so you can kind of just do this at your own pace. So this is called Chet. So I'm going to zoom it up on the big screen so you can see how that's played. All right, friends. So if you look at my phone right here, here is Chet. Do you see where it says C-H-E-T, Chet? Look at, I've got GarageBand. That's another amazing. Maybe I'll show you that one too as an app for a phone. GarageBand is wonderful. All right, so I click on Chet. And from there, I'm going to go back out. And I'm going to go back to the beginning. And I'm going to set this on piano. So this is really cool. I can go to guitar, I can go to piano, I can go to bass. We're going to start on piano, and then I'm going to go back out. Then all these things you can do, tunes, tonality, intervals, atonal, chords, arpeggios, scales. It's wonderful. But I'm going to start right here on introduction. So if we go to introduction, you can go right to the beginner and you can say, is the second note lower or higher? So let's try that. Is the second note lower or higher? So we have to listen. Is the second note lower or higher? So we can play. And here we go. So that went bum, bum, lower. That sounded like higher. Let me see if I can make that louder. Bum, bum, that went lower. Bum, bum, lower. Bum, bum, that sounded lower. Boom, boom, higher. Boom, boom, higher. Boom, boom, that went lower. We've got 5 seconds left. Boom, boom, lower. And we passed that one. So it said we had a correct, 10 correct. We didn't have any incorrect, and our streak was 10. And if we want to, we can go on to the next level. Sound good? The other thing I like on here is, did you see where it said we went to the learning path? Okay, so on the learning path, you have these dots, and this is where I was playing before. So I'm going to start on level 1. And I'll turn this up, and let's play this one. Okay. So then we've got to play bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. right, so we passed that one. And this is Chet for piano. Isn't this cool? So then you can go from learning path, that's what we were on, to collections. And then collections, you can try different things. This is called tunes. So you can play. I'm not sure what they want. I'll have to play with that one, but there's different things that you can do in this. But I would probably start with just the introduction and the learning path right up there. Okay? Cool. All right. So friends, let's get back to Miss Frizzle and the class. Are they going to spend the night in the sound library?
Find it. We're spending the night.
The night here? But our permission slips didn't say anything about haunted houses.
Besides, there's no place for us. To sleep!
Oh, why look. 8 student-sized beds. And a teacher-sized annex.
It's almost as if someone were expecting us.
Be sure to get lots of rest, class. We have a concert tomorrow.
Now maybe it'll sound like a ghost.
Carlos, that's the ploopiest yet. It's too late anyway. You'll never find a sound now.
Cornelia, if you're out there, will you help me make this thing sound right? Carlos, Miss Frizzle said if you kept asking questions, you'd keep getting answers. Was that an answer?
No, what that was...
Don't be silly. It's just... Yikes!
A crazed ghost, bound forever in the chains of eternal torment, coming to get us! Listen, it's...
Yeah, terrifying. We know.
No! It's the call of Cornelia! Carlos, where are you going? I've got to find out what's making that sound.
Shouldn't somebody tell Miss Frizzle?
Yikes! Get me out of here! Listen, it's getting louder.
And according to my research, if it's getting louder, we're getting closer.
Is that good or bad? Bad. What is that? It's coming from in there. I'm going in!
No, Carlos, no!
No. When we get back, we'll find out what they saw when they said, "No, Carlos, no." But first, I want to get back to Chet again. Now, I showed you there was a setting on Chet, right, for piano. You can also set it to guitar if you want to learn how to ear train your guitar. So let me show you what that looks like. This is Chet for guitar. And you can use 6-string guitar or you can use your 4-string bass guitar. Okay, so let's see what that looks like. And I'll zoom it up to big screen and we will go. Okay, friends, so let's get back to Chet. Remember, Chet's right there. We click on Chet. And this is our pathway, remember that. But what we can do is we can go to user settings right here. And you can click change your instrument from piano to guitar or bass. I'm going to go guitar right now. And we'll show you what that looks like. So then we can back out of there. Over here, and then we can go up here. We want to play guitar. Okay, cool. And we can just kind of play around on it. I'll turn this up again. Okay. So if you want to just play on the guitar, you can play that, but we can also back out here and we can do the same thing we did before. We can play, like we said before, you can go and you can do the collections, the lower the higher game, right? Or you can go to the learning path. I'm going to go to learning path and I'm going to go to level 2. Level 2 right there, and just walk through that. So now we have C and D again, but this time instead of being on the piano, the C and D are on the guitar. So let's try and play this. So we have to go bum 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 bum. C C C D D D D C D C C D C D D C C C C D D C D D C C D D. All right, and that's how we do it. Okay, I'll show you real quick what it looks like to get the bass and what that sounds like. So I'll go back over here, and then I will go to here, and I will change this to user settings. So I'll click there, and I will change this to bass. Okay, go back up there. Okay, let's see if bass is on there this time, or if it's still guitar. Oh, that's the bass. Cool. C D D D C. So you get the idea. Like you can go between bass, and you can go between piano, and you can go between the guitar. And then after we find out what Carlos and the class and Miss Frizzle found when they walked through that door, then I'm going to show you a different app. It's like a companion to Chet. And this one's called Ella. Do you see Ella right there? So Chet is like your playing app, and then Ella is your singing app. And again, both of these are free, so you don't have to do anything except just have an adult help you put it on their phone. Chet and Ella. Okay, let's check in with Miss Frizzle. Let's check in with Carlos. Let's check in with the class. Let's find out what they saw. And then when we come back in, we'll take a look at Ella. Boom.
I'm going in! No, Carlos, no! Wow! Incredible!
This is one weird house.
You mean your house doesn't have a jungle, an ocean, a city, and an alpine wonderland?
Nah, the landlord wouldn't go along with it.
Damn.
An echo! Maybe it was an echo we heard. Yeah, but who made it?
Lass, did I wake you?
Ms. Frizzle? Was that you?
Oh, yes. Nothing like a good yodel before bed. Toodaloo, 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 toodaloo.
Listen, there it is again. The call of Cornelia. How do we get out of here?
The only way is up.
Whoa!
Come along, class. 2 by 2, please. contralto built every room in this house to show different things about sound. Simply soniferous.
Hey! I've always wanted to play a harp.
Look at that string moving back and forth.
That, class, is a vibration. You can feel it.
Vibration.
Let's get the facts. When the string stopped vibrating, the sound stopped.
The vibration of the string. That's what's making the sound.
Very good, Carlos. Sound is vibration. Hear it. Feel it.
Are all sounds made by something vibrating?
Oh, good question, Carlos.
Come on, Phoebe. Let's try out that drum.
Whoa!
There's your answer, Carlos.
So, I've got to make my instrument vibrate to make my sound. But how?
As I always say, behind every successful sound is a vibration.
What's happening? Now what? Yeah!
Can I look now?
Do you think Arnold will be able to take his hands off his eyes? We'll find out after we check in with Ella. Now remember, Chet is the playing ear training. You can play on piano, you can play on bass guitar or 6-string guitar. Ella is the ear trainer for singing. Okay? So then I'll show you how that works. And then we'll get back to Miss Frizzle and the gang. And what did they just talk about? They talked about sound is vibration, right? We talked about that earlier. So that's good to hear again. Sound is vibration. So remember that. And let's check in with our Ella app. Okay, friends. So up here is Chet. And right there is Ella. Chet and Ella. Okay. So we're going to click on Ella. There. And then when we get into Ella, it's the same thing. It's our pathway. And so what we can do on our pathway is we can follow that up. Okay? And so I'm going to click on collections here to see the other things you can do. We can do introductions, intervals, triads, scales. Really cool stuff that you can play with. But I'm going to go and start right down here on the pathway. Okay, so I'm going to start level 1 on pathway, and then they just say play or practice. So I'm going to hit play. And then they'll say do. So then we go to record. Do. So then they give me a score based on what I sing. Okay? It's kind of fun. A little bit intimidating first if you're not comfortable singing, but whatever. So let's go to the next one. I'm going to skip until we get a little bit more of a variety. Okay. I'm skipping ahead. So we have to sing this. Okay, we have to sing do, re, mi. Okay, so this is the meter that tells us if we're matching pitch, and then we go to record. So it sounds like this. So like this. Do, re, mi. And it gave us a score of 80. And then we can hear, if you click on review, what we sounded like. Okay. And then I'm going to click out of this and I'm going to jump to a different level just so you can see that. So I'm going to jump up to level 3 right here. Let's see what that looks like. So this one, let's practice this one. This looks like do, re, mi, re, do. Okay, so we'll practice. And then it says, which question do we want to practice? Let's practice this one up here. So I'll click there. We can preview the question here. Then we can record the question here. Do, re, mi, re, do. Now, do you have to sing do, re, mi, re, do? No, you can do whatever you want. Let me retry that one. And I'm just going to sing ba, 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 ba. Sounds like this. Ba, 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 ba. Okay. So this is Ella. I think you'll have fun if you try it. It's just like Chet, but instead of playing, you are doing some singing. Okay, let's go back and see if Arnold can uncover his eyes. Back to Miss Frizzle.
Can I look now?
Hey, it's showtime!
Why the glasses?
You heard sound, you felt sound. Now,
Whoa! Carlos, what is it? I can see sound! Watch this! Look at me!
listen.
Hattie, 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 hattie.
Lordy, 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 lord.
Hey, they're different. Yeah, when you sing, Heidi, 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 hi. Look, there are lots of vibrations close together. But when you sing, Lodi, Lodi, low, there are fewer vibrations further apart.
Oh, excellent. High sounds are made by something vibrating fast. And low by something vibrating slow.
You know what? These vibrations move kind of like ripples on a pond. The waves start in one place and move out in all directions. If sound is a vibration and it moves through the air in waves, and different vibrations make different sounds, stop the vibration and you stop the sound. I've got it! It doesn't matter how my instrument looks as long as it can vibrate. DA, I know what to do! I've got to get my instrument. It's gone!
So Carlos figured out that it doesn't matter what his instrument looks like as long as it vibrates. All right? Okay, we get that. But then it's gone. So we're going to find out after this next session here what happens to his instrument. The next session is another app on your phone. This one is GarageBand. Now here's my advice for you children. Don't worry in GarageBand about doing anything right. Do the thing that kids are good at. Just jump in and start playing. GarageBand is that red, yellow, and white one right up on top there. I know it's backwards, but I'm just going to put it up on the big screen, and I'm just going to start pressing buttons and playing. And when you get it, just start pressing buttons and playing, and you will figure stuff out. Okay? So here is GarageBand. All right, friends. So here is GarageBand. Okay. So we hit continue here, and let's go to create a song. Let's just jump in and play right away, right? Again, that's what kids do well, especially with technology. Kids aren't really fearful of technology because they've grown up with it their whole life. So they just jump in and go. So let's go to create song. And let's go, I don't know, what do you think? EDM, hip hop, dubstep. You can try any one of those. You can go to new. I'm just going to hit EDM and just see what happens right here. Okay. Let's click OK. And this is what we have. What do you think? My advice to you, if you want to play on this GarageBand, just get up, just start playing, and just start putting stuff together, start clicking on stuff, and see what you recognize. Okay? All right, friends, have fun if you put GarageBand on your phone. GarageBand on your phone. All right, let's get back to Miss Frizzle and the gang and find out what happened to Carlos's missing instrument.
Where could it be?
Oh, there's an explanation, class. The question is, what is it?
First, Carlos's instrument disappears. Then each of us, one by one.
Yeah! There's that sound again.
It's coming from in here.
Carlos, are you all right?
I'm fine. I'm just in some sort of dungeon or something.
Well, if they torture you, don't tell them anything.
I'll learn to be a lawyer and meet you back here when we're grown-ups.
This way, Arnold. Wee-haw! Coming, Arnold. We're waiting.
I think I should have stayed home today.
Arg!
Thank
Thanks, Miss Frizzle.
Oh, don't mention it, Arnold.
Well, Carlos, you got us into this. Any ideas how to get us out? Listen, where's it coming from? It's hard to hear exactly. Wait here. It's coming from along there. He can't go down there alone. You're right, Keisha. Why don't you go with him? Come on, you bunch of Weasley wimps! Let's follow Miss Frizzle! You can see the sound waves bouncing off the walls. There, from there, from there! Sound waves bouncing. I bet that's how an echo is made. Those sound waves are traveling through that door.
Good observation, Dorothy Ann.
Just so long as we don't travel through that door.
No, we've got to see what it is.
Hello?
It was you? Wait a minute. Is it just me, or are you
Professor Cornelia C. Contralto, the second. And that is my great-grandmother. Now listen, you've got a concert tomorrow, right? Are you ready to make your instrument sound richly resonant and resoundingly reverberant?
How'd she know about Carlos's instrument? You asked the question. Let's see.
Don't you mean, let's hear?
Right! To make a sound, I need to make something vibrate. My instrument couldn't vibrate because there was too much stuff on it. I don't need that. Don't need that. That goes. That goes.
I think he's
That's about it. The only thing we have to do is to finish watching and see how the concert goes. Okay? So we'll finish that up, and that's going to be it. So what do I encourage you to do this summer? Keep looking at music websites. Keep looking for music games. Keep looking for music apps. Keep making instruments. Keep listening to music. Okay? And I hope you have a great Friday. Hope you have a wonderful week. And I hope you have a beautiful summer. Okay, friends? So let's finish up with the concert. And then I will smell you later.
I think he's got it.
Ready, Carlos? Go! Carlos, that was the perfect sound. Thanks, D.A.
And so, young man, if it's all right with you, I would like to add that wonderful sound to my grandmother's collection.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you, Dr. Contralto.
As I always say, hit it, Cornelia!
Heidi, 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 hi. Lodi, 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 lo. Heidi, 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 hi. Lodi, lodi, lo, lo, lo.
Is this the magic school bus? Is this the magic school bus? Magic school bus? Magic the magic school bus? You mean magic school bus? Magic school bus? Magic school bus? Magic school bus? I want the magic school bus! I want the magic school bus!
Hello, Magic School Bus.
Hi, are you the one responsible for that show on sound?
You might say that, yes.
Well, what's the deal with that house? I mean, you can never see sound. It goes way too fast.
Oh, you're right. That's why they had magic glasses.
I don't get something. If sound is a vibration, just What's doing the vibrating?
Thin air. A sound is made when something pushes back and forth on the air and makes the air vibrate. This vibration travels through the air to your ear as a sound wave.
So a loud sound is just a big vibration?
Right. And a soft sound is a very tiny vibration.
And what about our ears? You hardly mentioned them.
Ears are very important. They turn sound waves into something our brain can handle. That's how you hear.
But not everybody's ears work the same, do they? My grandmother wears a hearing aid to help her hear better.
And some people can't hear anything ever. Even with a hearing aid, they use their brains with their other senses to replace hearing.
And another thing, there are lots of differences in sounds besides loudness and pitch. A violin and a saxophone sound very different, even when they're playing the same note.
True. There are enough different kinds of sounds to fill the world. But we only had half an hour and we had to leave room for all those hilarious jokes.
Okay, but one last thing.
Yes?
About that ghost. Well, that can't have been true. I mean, everybody knows there's no such thing as ghosts.
Certainly not.